Alright, what is good? It's your boy Shimmy back with another video. Today we have Driftrs. Listen, if you haven't heard about Driftrs, sit back, grab a snack, and I'm gonna show you why this is one of the best animes you never heard about. So no long talks, lock the f in. Now let's get into it. Boom, we start in the 1600s with a samurai running for his life. Wait, the man isn't running away, he's running towards the battlefield. He jumps down and starts taking people out. One of his dogs gets taken out, but he jumps over him and gets his revenge. There's blood dripping everywhere, but he's just smiling. Yeah, see, there's something wrong with this guy. We cut to the general of the ops and he's like, yo, the battle is over already, why are you still fighting? But the Shimazu clan won't go down that easy. They can't get past him, so they have to bring out the big guns to finish them off. Our main character Toyo tells his uncle and the mandem to go escape from there. He's gonna hold them back because he's really about to die about this shit. These battle junkies are crazy. So the enemies pull up on Toyo with hella horses, ready to end him, but he's not going out like this. His homies pull out the War of 1812 switch and start shooting at them, but that don't do shit. He comes out the smoke though and starts cutting everyone up. The general's going towards him, then he stops. He says, are you dumb? Look at your kids, they're already dead, and you're about to join them, boy. He not backing down though, and they go and fight it. This guy's a hoe though, he gets back up to help him, like go do a proper 1v1, boy. Toyo don't care though, he tries to jump at him and gets hit with all these spears. Like what the hell is bro doing? Why is he acting like he got powers? He says, y'all forgot, this is a real dog fight, and he pulls out a switch and shoots the general. Bro said we're both dying.
I hope you bulletproof for this about to hurt.
He gets back up to fight, but they don't want no smoke anymore and they retreat. Toyo's pissed. He's like, I want bro's head. Pause. Now it's nighttime and he's walking through the forest all bloody and tired. He keeps walking and now he's in an office? What the? Where is he? Heaven? No way this guy made it to heaven. He goes to the guy at the counter and says, who the hell are you? I'm trying to go home. But the guy's just staring at him. Then a door opens and he gets sucked in. Damn, bro, don't even get an explanation of what's going on. He gets out, still about to die, but he's in another world. Brother got isekai'd and these elves find him. They're like, is this dead? But he turns around and then passes out. They say, that language though, I know what he is. He's a drifter. Damn, what that mean? Is that a slur for people who get isekai? They pick him up and carry him to a castle, but someone says, move any more and I'ma kill you. And we see a nigga with a bow. The elf is like, listen, he's one of your kind, he's dying, help bro out. Huh? I can't understand you, I don't speak elf. But he bags what's guaning and says, alright, leave him here, and the elves leave. Someone in the castle says, tend to his wounds, he might survive, just like how we did. Damn, so we got more drifters. Still don't know if that's a slur though. We see the guy and hold up, ain't this bro from Hell's Paradise? What's he doing here? Now Toyo's dreaming about his past, then he wakes up, and this guy is just aura farming beside him. You slept good, broski? Toyo gets up, gets ready to kill him, but he pulls out the switch in his face and says, who are you, boy? Bro's like, wait, that symbol, you're a part of the Oda clan? A part of? Brother, I am Oda. Yes, I created the One Piece. Yes, Usopp is the strongest Straw Hat. He's actually Nobunaga, the former minister of the Oda clan. Toyo goes to cut him anyway, and he's like, you're capping. Nobunaga's been dead for years. You ain't him. He goes in again, but the bone shoots an arrow and says, stop this shit. We ain't got time to be fighting. But for Toyo, it's been 18 years since Nobunaga died. But Nobu says, hell no, that was 6 months ago for me. See, yeah, some fishy's going on here. Someone might be capping. The bow guy says, wanna hear something worse? I'm Yoichi, and he's from 400 years ago? Damn. So they got from all over the world here. Maybe they got Genghis Khan too, or Napoleon, or Mansa Musa. They also went to that same white room with the guy sitting at the desk, then got isekai'd as well. At the same time, someone's spying on them. She's like, the hell are they talking about? Someone radios her and says, you sure they're drifters, a lie? Yeah, they're definitely drifters. We cut to the guy looking through his crystal ball and he says, the world's about to end. We look in the sky and we see an eyeball. The hell type of world is this? We just see an army of monsters marching towards them, but some people are there ready to scrap them too. Now they're not the only drifters, we also see these two in a whole ass argument about war tactics. Like, let it go brother, you guys are not in the real world anymore. Back to the mandem, they're all asleep, but he smells something. It's not that za, it's fire. These knights are attacking the elves? No man. Toyo hears this and instantly goes in running to save them. Nobunaga and Yoichi are like, shit, let's all go out, and they all go sprinting. They get get to the forest and they see these two elves from before bleeding, asking for help, and a knight comes from behind them ready to take them out. Nobu pulls out the switch and shoots one in the dome. Damn, bro has quick draw on that thing. Like Big Mom Ting, when they added switches to war, that's when it was over. Who needs sword techniques when you can get shot in the dome from 10 meters away? Toyo jumps past both of them and cuts these two down. The last knight is like, chill brother, don't kill me. Huh? I don't understand you boys, speak Japanese. And he cuts his sword and his head off. Damn. Yeah, bro's different. He goes to the elves and says, "Aye, you saved my life, I'ma save yours." So now it's time to raid the village and take it, no clash of clans. This guy on the crystal ball is like, did this just say take the village, not rescue? Indeed, he did say that. So these guys are just evil. In the village, we see the elves getting rounded up. This Aram guy says, y'all went in the forest and helped out those damn drifters. That's why I'm gonna have to destroy this place. Damn, what did the drifters do to you? The old man is like, no, it was just two kids who went in there. Can you just allow them? Hell no. Them kids, word to MJ. But basically it's a crime for people other than the Octoburst organization to interact with the drifters. So now they gotta die. This guy's actually evil though. He takes the old man and packs him up right there for no reason. Bro says, don't worry, I'm just culling the population. Like, okay, Kenjaku. Then a grunt comes running and says, the wheat field is on fire. This was Nobu's plan. This is how the ops got him during his life. So now he's doing it to these people. At this point, it's too big to put out. But then they see someone running out the fire and it's Toyo. He jumps out, takes one grunt down, and everyone's like, what the is going on? He comes out the smoke and starts going through these soldiers easy. They don't even know how to fight or where to even fight. Then he walks down Aram and licks his lips. Yeah, see, he needs to be stopped. Aram says, yo, what is this foreigner saying? Speak English, boy. Toyo gets pissed. He throws his sword at him. Aram blocks that easy, but Toyo speed blitzes, grabs his neck, and gives him a dirty chokehold. The man says, you're pathetic, and starts beating him in the head over and over with his sheath. Damn, brother's gonna get a new type of CTE. We also see Yoichi took out all the other soldiers who ran away. Back to Toyo, this Aram guy says, please spare me. I don't know what was going through my head, but just spare me. I'll get you guys right. But Toyo gets up, grabs his sword, goes to this guy and says, go get your revenge, kill him. All the elves pick up weapons, walk him down and start taking him out. Fairs though, bro with the wrong elves. He's looking for Urine wasn't there. Now we just see the guy in the chair reading the newspaper and it's all the current stuff that's happening. Who is this guy? But then the hallway goes dark and some gal comes walking in. She tells him, no matter how much you try or how much drifters you send, I'ma still beat you, boy. She really trying to rage bait bro, but he ain't going for it. He's seen her techniques already. He tells her, get the fuck out of here, pitiful woman. Then she snaps her fingers and says, those drifters can't beat my ends. Now we cut to the leader of the organization and we look in the sky and see an eyeball. Yeah, see, that don't look too good, you know. And these monsters show up. This guy says, don't worry, they can't breach this wall. It's big as shit. I swear those are everyone's famous last words in war. Word to Game of Thrones, if you know, you know. So the leader says, I need to get some backup to help us hold down the fort now. They bring these two older drifters in, but these guys don't want to transfer over control to them because they're just the new They just start laughing and CPO gets pissed and says, this old man could pack all you bums up, don't disrespect him. The leader says, yeah, you know what, it's done, we're cooked, just get ready to leave, we ain't dying with them. We look outside and we see the Black King. Yeah, GG's. And how did they gather this much forces already and no one saw? They all start marching. They got goblins. Is that a dog and a dragon? Brother, what the hell is a with a sword gonna do against all that? GG's. The archers go in and shoot, but these people don't care, they just keep running. Then the Black King orders these three to attack, who are all historical generals or commanders. Now their forces are climbing up the wall, and then a dragon pulls up too, and it breathes fire, burning up everyone bad. Now the Black King's army has successfully infiltrated, and they're taking everybody out easy. It's looking grim, but then out of nowhere, a door opens in the sky, and an airplane comes in? What the? But the issue is, we don't know whose side he's on. This guy could be an op for all we know. At the same time, Hijikata, who's an enemy, breaks the door down and walks through. Then he just has these shadows kill people for him. Is that a stand? What the? Joan of the Arc pulls up too, and Shorty has firepower. If I get powers, I would join them. Now the commander gets the rest of the drifters to hop on this carriage and gets out of there with the quickness. The army tries coming after them, but listen, this guy is from the Wild Wild West. He pulls out the Desert Eagle rifle and the other guy has a machine gun, then they just unload that shit. They're finally about to leave, but then a dragon comes. It's about to breathe fire on them, but the pilot comes and switches it down. The Targaryens. With that, they escape and the city burns down completely. Back to the spy, she's like, damn, where did they go? And Toyo and the Mandem pull up on her. Who do we have here? She thinks it's about to be over, but she explains to them that they're drifters and how there's evil drifters called Ends who work for the Black King. Nobunaga's like, I'm supposed to be good? You got that wrong. I'm evil. Like, it's okay to not be a villain, bro. We learn the Ends are gathered in the north and they linked up with the monsters and they want to destroy the world and have no humans in it. So they need the drifters' help to stop them. Homie says, hold up, what about your troops? Why do you need our help? You know what? I have a better idea. We'll just rule the world and have Toyo as our leader. And you guys are gonna help us because it's either us or the Ends. You know what? He might be my favorite character. Now the Black King is talking to Rasputin. Isn't this the guy who's in love with the Russian queen? Get it? Like, cause the song? Ra Ra Rasputin? No? Alright. The Black King goes to everyone who's injured and he heals them? How is he even doing that? Again, what is a guy with a sword supposed to do against this? He orders all his people to go and hunt and exterminate the drifters. Damn. We go to the elf village and Toyo says, don't you feel ashamed? Don't you want to get some shit for yourselves, your own land? Do you want to be bums forever who get taken over all the time? Decide right now. They say, no, we want our own shit. We want our get back. So the elves are the first people to join their army. They got a problem though. These guys don't know how to fight and he's 106 years old? Being 106 and never getting into a fight is crazy. Now the Orc Kingdom, where this Aram guy is from, is sending another 200 troops to get their get back on the village because they heard how they did Aram. But the Drifters had a plan for this. The army gets there and the village is empty. In the forest we see the elves and Toyo perched up on the trees lurking. They get in the village and they're like, where did those dumbass elves go? Then an arrow comes and takes one out. Toyo pulls up behind them and starts taking them out one by one, and the elves are shooting hella arrows at them too. They're all like, shit, that's a drifter, and they go after him. But this was all a part of their plan. They're just trying to lure them. They keep chasing him, but they look at the man and he's just laughing. W rage bait. Now with the elves, they put up a barrier and they shoot some flaming arrows and burn up their own village. The knights are getting taken out left and right. There's smoke everywhere. This ain't even a fight no more. The commander's like, just keep moving past the barrier. But these guys are crazy. They're shooting arrows at them with hantavirus on it. And they can't clean their wounds on the battlefield. So if they don't die from the arrow, they're dying from the virus. They try to run, but the man himself, Toyo, pulls up and he says, I ain't leaving empty-handed. He goes running and he cuts the general's head off. GG's. And all his homies run away. Like, go get your get back, bro. It ain't over yet though. Nobu's waiting for this. He put down a trap in the forest and they fall on these spikes with shit all over it. And Yoichi and the elves piece up the rest of them bad. We move to the enemy's castle and they're like, those guys ain't make it back yet? You don't think they got beat up, right? It. Let's raise the taxes on the demi-humans. Like, what is wrong with everyone, man? Then they get word they just returned, so they open the doors for them, but it ain't the soldiers, it's the Mandem. Nobu says this castle is ours now. He's like, where are my soldiers? Oh, your soldiers? They're all dead. Don't worry, you'll join them soon. They get all the people in the courtyard and they tell them, don't do this shit. If the capital finds out, y'all are all dead. The elves are waiting for Toyo's order about what to do, if they should kill them or not. But Nobu comes and knocks him out. He says, kill all them niggas now. So the elves take them out. And with that, they took over the castle and got the elves to join them for real. Because they helped them free all the imprisoned elves. We move to this girl in the black room and she sees the news. She gets pissed. She can't believe how well the drifters are doing. We go to the Oat Empire, the main branch, and they're like, yeah, we're cooked. We've been fighting this war for 40 years, and now the elves are revolting? It's over. Then Saint Jeremy shows up. Why does he look like a JoJo character? But we learn this man holds a fourth of the empire. Basically, he says, we're getting hit from all angles, pause. So they need to do something about the elves ASAP. Now back to the drifters, they just got back from training the elves, but Yoichi's spidey senses start tingling, and everyone's like, yeah, some shit is coming for us right now. We look in the sky and the eyeball appears again. The Black King says, fine, those guys and pack them up now. We see Joan and this guy on their way there right now. The elves wake up and they're like, what's going on? Then a spear goes right through one of their chests. Joan starts burning everything and says, I can smell you, Drifters, come out. Toyo pulls up and says, I don't care about your fire hoe, I'm taking you out. And Yoichi's gotta fight this big ass Sephiroth ass guy. He goes in swinging, but Yoichi dodges. But with that one attack, brother destroyed a wall. What are these powers? Jane goes in trying to hit Toyo with the flames, and she got him surrounded. What the hell are you gonna do about it now, boy? I'm about to fry you word to KFC. But then the glasses shorty uses Earth-style mud wall and blocks the flame. She's real for that. Toyo picks her up and gets her to safety. He tells her, I ain't scared about no flames. I'ma take his head easy, and he goes back in. Back to Yoichi. He's still dodging Sephiroth's attack. He goes in, shoots him with the arrow, but he just hugs it and keeps swinging. Yoichi smiles and starts laughing. And this guy's just here preying the whole fight. Then Yoichi starts thinking, but wait, how is this guy still alive? He's got about 7 arrows in him. Now in the forest, we start hearing people running. Nobu says, don't worry about the mounted forces, we got this. They lure them in the forest and start taking them down with hella arrows. I'm telling you, Nobu's like my favorite character. Back to Joan, she's burning everything looking for Toyo. Where you at, boy? I'ma burn your castle. She finds him, surrounds him again with flames, but bro was never running. Then a giant mud wall comes from behind him. He puts his sword in his mouth Zoro style, and Shorty launches him from the wall and kicks Jane in the stomach, and she falls into a well. Now she can't use her fire powers no more. We get a flashback of her life, and we learn they literally burned her thinking she's a wish. Okay, valid crash out to end humanity, I can't lie. Then a door opens up, and there's the gal in black who came and found her. She says, come join me. So is it everyone who had a bad ending meets the gal in black, and everyone who had a decent ending meets the guy in white? Back to reality, Toyo grabs her by the neck and says, hold on, you're a woman? I don't fight gal, go put on some makeup. Yeah, he actually said that shit. She tries to fight him again, but he just puts her in the water. I don't care about what you got going on or friends. Go home. Back to Yoichi. They're going at it and Yoichi's trying to get a clear shot, but bro is just hugging everything. Bro shoots him in the eyes, but he still don't care. He wraps bro up by the neck with this chain and is looking grim. All the dwarves are shooting at him, but he still is not moving. Yoichi's about to die. Then a carriage pulls up with the captain and all the other drifters. Sephiroth hears him and he lets go of Yoichi. He turns around, goes to attack them, but this guy has a machine gun and he turns brother to dust. Damn, but he's still crawling and he picks up a sword in that state. Shoot him again, make sure that guy is dead. But finally, he turns to salt and dies. Now, after that win, everybody's talking and we learn the Grand Master is a drifter too. He was an astrologer and got brought here to face the ends. So tell me, what is bro supposed to do with the telescope? Like the Big Dipper is not helping us. Nobu's like, what happened to that girl? Toyo says, oh, I left her in the well. Ain't no honor in killing a woman. The leader tries to page him, but Toyo's a Gyalis. He doesn't take out Gyal. We also learn on his way here, their group got attacked by the Black King's forces, and the other old guy fell out the carriage and they couldn't save him because they were getting chased. Like RIP to bro. Somehow he survives though, and he walks into a group of werewolves. What is this, Sonic Unleashed? But we find out it's the pilot who rules over these guys. The guy says Rome, and the pilot instantly starts attacking him. Like, who is Rome beefing with for them to fight? Now back to the Mandem. Nobu says, this Gatling gun, eh? I'ma need one of them, but no one in this world can replicate them. That's some real futuristic shit. He ain't backing down though, and he makes some gunpowder. Now they just need to find the dwarves who might be able to make it. The leader don't trust him though because he's too smart, but the plan is to free all the oppressed, make them join our army, and then overthrow the Ort Empire. Damn, okay slime? Now it's time for the Mandem to leave to free the dwarves. At the same time, the St. Jeremy guy's like, yeah, I think those niggas are gonna free the dwarves, aren't they? We move to where the dwarves are being held captive and they're getting worked to the bone, making weapons and armor for these bums. And these guys are like, damn, they look extra tired today. You know what? Let's work them even harder. Like, alright. Then a package flies in the air and explodes. Then another one and another one. This Nobu guy made TNT. Brother is crazy. The guards are like, what is even going on? They try to run, but Toyo and the elves pull up and they go in fighting them. The people at the watchtower see this. They try to go shoot, but Yoichi attaches TNT to an arrow and blows that shit up. All the elves start saying, run away, the enemy's everywhere, just trying to confuse them, and they keep getting picked off. Now it's time to go storm the castle, but then the castle doors fall down and these guys in full armor pull up. Shit, they brought out the big guns. Toyo tells the Mandem to go retreat, and Oyumi puts them in a stone wall trap, and everybody launches TNT in there, blowing them up. They go back to storm the castle, but they raise the gates so they can't get in. The old man gives Nobu a plan. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what this means, but somehow Nobu understood it. Basically, he gets her to make a staircase to go up the castle wall. So they do that and they get all the way to the top. Bro says, this shit is ours. They go through the city taking these guys out, but they pull up the gate again, like stop delaying your death, bro. So they decide to go free the dwarves. They see them and they look tired and dehydrated, but they say, free us, we've been locked in here for years. So it was like, alright, we're gonna free you and we're gonna feed y'all too. So they're feeding them in the middle of the war. Like, why don't we kill everyone first and then go feed them? He gets out and yells, I'm feeding them right now. Come fight us or they're gonna die. Cause once they're done eating, they're coming for y'all. The guards are thinking, shit, what the hell do we do? Will you really spare us? Hell yeah. I'm not the type of guy to go back on my word. So they all come out with their hands up in the air. And he tells the commander, yeah, you just gotta end yourself, bro. If a commander loses, that's just the way it works. I ain't even know that. I'd never be a commander. Bro says, huh? Me? Nah, I ain't doing that. And he goes to run, but Toyo just takes the man's head off. And the rest of the forces run away. We move to the Octobus guy and he's spying on the ends, and they have this big ass dragon ready for war. Can we get a dragon too? Like, this is not fair. Now Count Jeremy and his people pull up demanding to see the Driftrs. Bro tells them, listen, they ain't here right now. They went to liberate the dwarves and they're gonna make muskets. Bro's like, what? Muskets? What about gunpowder? Oh, they got that already. That was late work for us. Jeremy's like, oh, okay, so it's really done. The Orc Empire is over. Last time we were cooked, but now it's really over. He decides he's just gonna wait there to go meet them though. Back to the Black King, the dragon says, oh, so you're the leader of the Ends, eh? And you think you're some bodman who can make a dragon your pet, eh? Don't disrespect me, boy. The Black King tells him, nah, I don't want you as my pet. I want you to be my ally. You're not no different than a regular goblin. Then the dragon gets pissed because he's not on the same level as no goblin. But the Black King raises his hand and uses some power and starts destroying this thing's body. He tells him, you got two options, gangy. Join me or die. Choose. After like 1 minute of this, the dragon says, okay, fine, I'll join you. Just allow me. All the Ends know his power is different, and on top of that, he can heal people. Then he grabs some wheat and makes a bunch of seeds. Basically, he can recreate anything with life. So hypothetically, if he... They're confused though, why doesn't he just pop up some McChickens for everybody instead of teaching them how to farm? But he says he doesn't have eternal life. He wants to create language, religion, and have all that for the monsters. Damn, maybe he is Rimuru after all. Now we move to Joan and she wakes up. She's like, what the? Where's Sephiroth? And Shorty tells him he got turned to salt. They're using him as seasoning right now. She wants to get her get back, but she's too weak. She underestimated them. I can't lie, he should have killed her. She's gonna be annoying in the future. Unless she switches sides, she might do that too. We also learn Anastasia is from Rome and she hates the samurai too. They start taking the dragon's flesh off and we see the Black King's body starts falling apart. He tells bro, speak nothing of what you just saw. Back to the Mandem, they're all eating and drinking and Nobu shows the dwarves the musket. They're like, okay, but why do you even need something like this? I mean, it's because they're going up against literal monsters and then who can transform anything into anything. After just 1 day, these guys already made one and they can make 10 a day. This is the type of shit we needed. Now anyone can become King Von. Toyo's chilling with the dwarves and Jeremy's people show up. Jeremy goes to meet Nobu. He says, I came to meet you guys. I'm a drifter too. We also see the leader of the Orc Empire is... Alright, if you know, you know. Like, that's crazy. He says, I came to see if there's any value in joining forces with you. My underlings are facing your guys right now. Let's see how they do. And we just see them crawling back, beat up. Yeah, horrible oral loss. He tells them, listen, let's make a deal. I'ma sell you the Orc Empire. Toyo says, sell? What do you want from me? Well, you just need to go out and take the Orc Empire in one sweep. Damn, so bro's really switching sides. Fairs. Now it's the next day and St. Jeremy brings them in these big ass carriages. And they're actually smushed in there. The guards are like, why do you got so much carriages with you this time? Bro says, are you questioning me? You know what? I'm gonna make sure you're on the front lines. Yeah, see, this is why you just shut up. After that, they let them in because they want no smoke. They get in and the city looks bad. Everyone's in poverty. Then St. Jeremy gathers all the leaders in one room. He tells them, the Orc Empire is done. We're gonna start a new empire with our leader, Toyo. I appreciate y'all for your support. They're like, but what the hell are you talking about? And they call the guards, but the guards ain't coming at all. The Mandem already took them out. Back in the room, everyone starts agreeing with them, but one of them says, nah, the Drifters, let the Black King lead. And we just see something is controlling him. What the hell is that? And it's Rasputin. Toyo and them walk and Rasputin says, the Black King is so busy, I'ma deal with y'all. And they set fire to the capital and their forces start raiding them. Toyo's a badman though. He takes out 3 of them with just 1 attack. Rasputin tries to talk to him, but bro doesn't care. He just starts stepping on his minion. He goes back to his base. He's like, those ruined my whole plan. Are they okay? But Hijikata says, don't worry, I'll go take Ort right now. Now Jeremy brings in reinforcements and everyone gets ready for this battle. They even got the muskets on deck too. But they make another switch just for Nobu too. These guys are ready. Toyo says, take everyone's head, let's get it. And they set up a border. Now we hear footsteps and the army starts walking through the castle. The musketeers aim and fire, destroying all these guys. Now it's Yoichi's turn and all the elves shoot hella arrows at the rest of the army. All the enemies are scared, they don't even know what to do. And out of nowhere, the man himself goes running in with the dwarves, taking them out one by one. These guys are confused, take them out right now. But it ain't gonna be this easy. This Hijikata guy is on the roof aura farming. He says, okay, I see what your plan is, but I'ma stop that shit now. Back to the enemy troops, they start splitting into smaller groups and start burning more shit. This Hijikata guy knows about the guns. He's trying to block their vision. Then Hijikata comes out of the smoke, dolo. Toyo sees him and says, madam, go back. I got this. Bro says, you're part of that dumbass clan, aren't you? I'll never forgive you. Oh shit, you know us? Damn, we're famous? That just because you got that crest, you gotta die. Damn, what clan you from that made you hate us so much? Oh, I bagged it. It was our descendants who did shit to you, right? And bro gets pissed and smoke starts coming from his hand and it turns into this big ass face. What even is that? We need some backup for this, I can't lie. The plan is starting to go into the enemy's favor, but the old man says, this is easy. Easier to smash them all at once. Pause. With that, they bag the enemies coming at them from behind. So Nobu says, everybody come back. I got a plan. Back to Toyo. He goes to attack him, but he just kicks. That don't do shit. Then he just cuts him in the face. But guess what? The man is literally smiling. They start cutting each other all over and he jumps in the window, comes out and goes to attack the man from behind, but he aura farms and blocks it. Now they just go at it clashing. Bro starts bringing his smoke homies out again, but the man sticks his tongue out and runs. Now Hijikata's pissed. He's like, you ain't no warrior. This is war. Who cares how you win? It's all about if you win. Now back to Nobu. Everyone's gathered together and they're gonna leave the castle. Wait for the enemies to pull up, to raid it, and then attack them from the surrounding buildings. The enemies come in, run in the castle, and they're looking around, but nobody's there. Now we move back to Hijikata. He's had enough. He goes in slashing. They're pretty even for the most part, but then he breaks Toyo's sword in half, and now he's getting cut all over from the ghost. At the same time, a fire breaks out at the castle. It's Yoichi. He's shooting fire arrows, blowing up some oil that they had in there. The enemies try to run, but Olumi puts up stone walls so they can't leave. They try to get out the windows, but we have people perched up with switches waiting for them and they shoot them down. Back to Toyo, he tells them, yeah, I'm the general, but I just fight. My other 2 dogs, they're the real brains of this operation. If I give Nobu some extra time, he'll have a plan to take you guys out easy. Bro starts crashing out. He hates him more than Kendrick hates Drake. He uses his ghost again. It's about to end him, but a dwarf pulls up. Toyo says, fire everything at me, and they shoot the ghost, blowing it away. Then he jumps in the air and gives him a rude knee of justice, but Hijikata comes back and punches him. He's about to go fight again, but the Black King calls him and says it's time to withdraw. Nah, I can't lose, I'm not no bitch. Brother, you can't win. Yeah, having your boss tell you that, I'd be vexed. Toyo grabs him and throws him on the ground. You're in a fight, ho, who you talking to? He goes in for the kill, but he blocks it and gives him a dirty knee. They're both going at it, punching. The dwarves and the ghost don't even want to get between them. Hijikata goes in to do a final punch, but the Black King says withdraw right now, boy. And then a dragon comes and picks him up and he leaves. Guy's a bitch, come get your get back, bro. But Toyo was actually hurt bad, so he falls on the ground after he wins. So technically he lost the battle, but he still won the war. Shit is getting serious though. We got more drifters who appear. We got someone on a boat. Don't tell me that's Jack Sparrow. Back to the End's HQ, we see this guy Mitsuhide, and he's here too, and he was Nobu's op in real life. Alright, that's all for this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Yes, Driftrs video is finished. Let me know what you thought about the video. Let me know if you guys want to see any more underrated anime, because listen, I got a whole list ready. Okay, ready just to be dropped, so Let me know if you want some more underrated stuff and I will drop it. Also posted a ReZero video last week, so check that one out for your boy. And as always, let me know what else you guys want to see in the comments. Your boy will keep doing it. I think Green Lantern's coming out tomorrow, when this video drops tomorrow. So yeah, that's good. You'll probably see a video of that on the second channel. If not, a K-drama is coming on the second channel probably next week. Yeah, probably next week I'll drop that. And then yeah, Gucci from there. But we're finally getting, we're finally getting back to how we used to be. The Tokyo Ghoul video is doing crazy. If you guys want Tokyo Ghoul season 2, your boy can do it. Next week, I'm thinking about just going back and doing slime, because slime's getting good right now. So I might just go back and do slime. I know people are asking about that, Bleach, One Piece. When One Piece gets good again, because I missed the fight. If I didn't miss the Gabon fight, I would have done it. But once it gets good again this season, yeah, I'm on that. I'll drop the video. So stay tuned for that. And as always, appreciate y'all boys and girls for the support. And I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace!